Let's have the stream coming back on. We are live again here in just a second. Alright, and we are back. Stream should not be as laggy as it was.
So it's now 1-1, either player's game. Crocky did a really good job pulling out the old dodge circles to really bring that game back in his favor. Alright, looks like we're going to be doing a community color giveaway pretty soon. Or right now, even.
Slashula's giving one away in chat here. And if you guys do want to see that, I believe he's rolling.
Rigged! A wise owl? Really? Oh, we're going right in the game.
2-1, Brawl!
Alright. LDZ versus Crocky, both players sticking with their characters. Again, I feel like as long as Crocky just plays his solid game that he did for the last two stocks of last game, there's no way he'll lose this game.
Yeah, after seeing LDZ get a full stock ahead and Crocky bring it back, it's hard to imagine Crocky losing this. But I do think Blackguard Keep is the right map for LDZ to pick. This map heavily favors high defense.
For sure it does, but it also favors people who are into space, or who are trying to space people out. I'd like to see Crocky use his guns more, since I know that they're really good. Specifically against the low-range guitars, but he's preferring to stick to the spear, which isn't a bad thing. Those are also pretty good against guitars. And it looks like he's just sort of bodying LDZ at this point. LDZ finding himself dead, actually. But Crocky is at orange.
Very nice job there.
Definitely a chance for him to get this back
to.
very quickly. Oh wow. Crocky is doing a really good job of following his neutral lights up with chase dodges, and LDZ always falls for it, despite it not being a true combo. It's really giving Crocky a lot of free damage. And just like this, we see almost a whole stock in favor of Crocky now. LDZ is going to continue looking for any way to finish the stock off Crocky, but it's just
Crocky's going to be
too
taking
little,
a
too
whole
late.
other stock right now.
That's it.
LDZ goes down to 1. This is certainly Crocky's set to win right now.
Crocky's... LDZ's gonna have to pull out some insane guitar strings like he did at the first stock of last game if he wants to win this. That's a good way to start off the comeback.
Full stock lead here for Crocky, though. LDZ gonna need another one of those perfect stocks.
LDZ's doing pretty good so far. Some really good nairs. Getting a lot of damage in on Crocky. But Crocky has learned how to down air, and that's some bad news for LDZ.
Right now, Crocky doing such a good job of creating these zones of control between weapon throws and moves like Sarah on the spear. Just creating this massive area that LDZ can't get into.
He's just hitting every single down light he throws out. LDZ not managing to dodge them, not managing to punish it at all. It's just giving Crocky a lot of damage, but that doesn't kill! He needed that kill so bad.
He needed that N-Sig to kill, absolutely. The recovery not going to do it either.
Getting really close, but not close enough. He's really fishing for this kill now. He can't afford to be in red when Crocky's... Oh no. Well, luckily he gets that. He still has a shot at this.
Big disadvantage right now, but... We saw him get a perfect stock already, so...
As long as he can just get the guitar damage in. That's a good start.
Yeah, LDZ's starting off exactly the way he needs to. Punishing 2 missed ground pounds from Crocky.
Doing a great job so far. Oh, but
LDZ
Crocky
almost
cancels the ground pound.
Dodging way too early and almost paying with his life. And the spear combo not going to be quite enough. LDZ does pump the air brakes. No dodge here, and that's going to be it.
He got him to orange, though.
It was a nice attempt there from LDZ, and a really impressive set against Crocky, but not going to be enough to take it.
Surprisingly close. Crocky proclaiming freelo despite almost losing. That was a really close game. I think LDZ has the potential to knock players like Crocky out. Unfortunately,
he's definitely an
ever so
underdog,
slightly
but so
outplayed.
much upset potential there.
LDZ is one of those players that I see being a top tier in 2 months if he continues improving at his current rate.
I think him being in Masters has got to be really good for him. This is going to get him so much good experience.
sure.
So we're up with
And
Doppy and
exposure.
Pickle Potatoes. And after this, we only have Crocky and Stevenator, and these are the last 2 sets to play today.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a fun game to watch. Pickle Potatoes going to do everything he can to space Doppy out with his guns, but Doppy isn't going to have any of it. He just wants to be inside of Pickle Potatoes at all times, hitting katars, hitting sword combos. Come on, Drop. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so...
Both of these players having a lot of experience sparring each other since they're both in Ren. I'm sure Doppy's been inside Pickle Potatoes many times before. Let's see how good Pickle Potatoes is at preventing that.
So, yeah, this should be an interesting matchup. I do think Pickle Potatoes, if he can just put on good work with those guns, he shouldn't let Doppy in.
So I think I have to give my advantage to Doppy here. I don't think Pickle Potatoes is going to be able to keep up with Doppy's katars. Looks like they're headed to Blackguard though. Interesting, Doppy had the choice to go to Thunderguard or to Blackguard, and he actually chooses Blackguard instead of Thunderguard. I would under almost every circumstance want to play katars and swords on Thunderguard as opposed to Blackguard, which seem to favor guns more. So we're dropping right into this game. Some Ren synergy going down real quick. So we'll see how this works out. Doppy getting the katars early and getting some damage in, but it's just traded right back to Pickle Potatoes as Lance. He's definitely fishing for the guns though. Some really strong guitar strings coming out, but the whip coming out for Pickle Potatoes, hitting Doppy.
You know, Doppy is taking a substantial lead here on the Pickle Potatoes, and he is having a great showing this tournament so far.
Very even game. I feel like Blackguard really wasn't a good choice, but like, I guess we'll see. Doppy almost getting the neutral sig kill. Very afraid of Pickle's ground pound. And
Pickle's gonna find the ground pound anyway. Wow. Doppy had nowhere.
He was
to go
actually
there.
so afraid of it that he waited too long and exhausted all of his options, and then Pickled Potatoes did it at the last second. That was too bad. He probably could have recovered safer.
We've seen that earlier today as well. Good players just being very patient and waiting out other good players. Sometimes all it takes is you standing there and creating that presence to...
A really nice dodge in from Doppy to get the down light combo, but it doesn't quite kill.
Pickle did have to dodge there to avoid dying, so he didn't have that up.
So Doppy is down quite a lot of damage right now, but he can rack it up so quick with his guitars. Pickle Potatoes definitely looking a lot stronger than I expected. Doing a great job of spacing Doppy out. And Doppy's just having such a hard time getting in. Every time Doppy gets in, Pickle Potatoes just does the instant jump dare. And Doppy's taking a lot of free damage from it. But he might get the kill here. Doesn't quite get the last hit he needs.
And Pickle Potatoes is gonna
finds this
be up a substantial amount of health right now. Up the stock, not really at all close to dying. If you're not able to hit him into that landmine either, but finding some unanswered strings of damage.
Ooh, the dodge through.
And Pickle Potatoes with a few nice reads in a row, finding a lot of damage there on the Doppy. And Pickle Potatoes putting himself in a great position to win this game. Not going to hit the ground pound, but finding so many down lights into Sayers.
He's already in red. It looks like it's Pickle Potatoes' game to win.
Pickled Potatoes
is
making
fine for that trade.
Doppy kill himself with the bomb. Checkmate. And that's going to be game 1.
Potatoes did a really good job of just not letting Doppy play his game. I did say Pickled Potatoes is really good after he starts learning his opponent. Perhaps he's just played against Doppy so much that there's no way Doppy can adapt. Pickle just has him figured out at this point. Doppy's going to be right back with us soon. Apparently Doppy was lagging a bit. Perhaps that was a factor. He's going to restart.
So we do have to finish out the Doppy Pickled Potato set. Then Twilight's games will be played later this week. And all we have left is Crocky and Stevenator.
Crocky and Stevenator, that should be a fun game.
Oh, that'll be
That's a fun game to end the night on. Doppy should be back any second now. Just restarting his internet real quick. Stevenator proclaiming in chat that he might just lose. Oh no. No confidence. Alright, so Doppy and Pickled Potatoes back underway. I honestly feel like the map might have had a significant impact on the outcome of that game. I just don't see why you would want to give Pickled Potatoes the space. Like, he's great at gun spacing, and Blackguard's going to do nothing but amplify that. And Doppy really wants to get in, so he should be playing on things like Ship Guard or Thunder Guard, stuff that he had access to. But yet again, he chooses to go to Blackguard. And I personally have to think that this is a mistake. I don't know what Doppy is thinking. He clearly knows better than I do what he wants, but I can't say I agree with it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't necessarily think it is the best pick either, but
The Lance too, really good at spacing from a distance.
Pickled is going to find some of that first damage on to Doppy. Doppy not able to connect with anything right now. Pickled's starting to take a good bit of a lead here on stock 1. Doppy's finally starting to fire back a little bit. Pickled's still at a massive advantage.
It's just so little, so late. He's already at red. Pickled Potatoes.
This is a big opportunity there for Doppy, but no, Doppy's going to go down.
Dead.
No, he won't. The Dodge won't get punished.
Okay. I thought the ground pound would hit, but that
Once again, Doppy
was not a
kill himself with a bomb there by Pickled Potatoes' assistance.
So it is a bit closer. Doppy can get a kill pretty early with the signature or something. Or could even just straight out damage him with the sword. Doppy is gonna try to get inside again, but he's gonna have some difficulty. There he goes. Manages to get some damage. Both players trading. Pickled is actually not really getting any damage in. Doppy's just sort of playing really patiently and getting the damage in where he needs it. And just
really,
like that.
really nice comeback from Doppy.
So that's really good. That's really important. Doppy is in a perfectly even position. He has a weapon. Oh no, he doesn't have a weapon. Loses his weapon in an attempt to starve Pickled from it. But quickly gets his guitars back. I feel like he'll have a good matchup versus the guns with his guitars. As long as he just gets inside. He's having a difficult time. The dares are really making it difficult. But as I say that, Doppy is just getting in there. He's doing exactly what he needs to. The map doesn't seem to be relevant because Pickled is trying to hit more dares than stairs.
Pickled Potatoes in a lot of trouble right now. Doppy's going to take a big lead.
Beautiful, beautiful sword play there by Doppy. And just like that, this game is looking completely turned around from what I expected. Doppy proving that he does know something I don't. Perhaps Blackguard was a good pick.
Doppy almost a full stock ahead right now.
Like you're freezing.
What the? Oh, a great ground pound by Pickled Potatoes to finish the stock off before any more damage could come in through Doppy. Doppy's lead a lot smaller now. Non-existent now, but
Pickled Potatoes really
He
needs
has
to try
the
and space out with his
momentum.
blasters. He's letting Doppy get way too much damage all at once.
it's trading so evenly now. It's gonna come down. Both players just so close. Oh no.
Pickled Potatoes in
Potatoes.
big trouble right now.
Oh,
the
the
recovery
ground pound
gets ground
finishes it
pounded,
off.
and that's going to be Doppy.
Absolutely fantastic play by Doppy. Pickled Potatoes did a good job of spacing, but Doppy just found the kills when they were the most important. He got the early kills in both the second and third stock and managed to win the game. So we're headed straight to game 3. And they're not even going to waste time banning. They're just going to go straight to Thunderyard.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
And you know what? Despite the game we just saw, I still think Doppy has a better matchup on Thunderyard. Yet Pickled is the one who picked Thunderyard.
Right now, Pickled taking a slight lead early on.
Doppy's going to have a lot of potential.
Doppy with that bomb, not going to connect with it. And we do have Sword on Blasters here. Pickled Potatoes has a big opportunity to space out and find a lot of damage onto Doppy. Doppy is going to opt for that bomb, and he is going to get caught unarmed here. Pickled Potatoes
no.
with a nice recovery. Deep red on Doppy. Ground pound not going to
Doppy
quite
is just
connect.
getting... Oh no. Doppy's getting spaced out really hard here. He doesn't feel comfortable with the sword versus gun matchup. He prefers the guitars so he can get in there as aggressively as possible. But all that time spent searching for the guitar was in vain because he just died too quickly. Stuck with the sword again. You can see Doppy just struggling to do something with these swords, but he's just gonna go for the guitars. Oh my goodness. Devastating string by Pickled Potatoes.
Pickled Potatoes
Doppy
with
just
a big
looks
lead
done.
right now. Doppy
Oh
hanging tight
no.
over there in the corner.
The face of tilt. I don't think Doppy's gonna be able to come back from this. Pickled Potatoes just completely controlling the game. Every single hit that Doppy gets on Pickled Potatoes, Pickled gets an
5
entire
in
gun
return,
string.
yeah. And
It's
the bomb's
just-
gonna hit both of them. Pickled Potatoes here with the lance. Doppy gonna find that landmine, but
Oh, just barely
not
missing
able
the
to do
line.
anything with that right now. And Pickled Potatoes again finding a big string, and the lance throw is even gonna connect. Gun recovery not quite gonna do it. A lot of damage onto Doppy again,
Wow.
really fast from Pickled Potatoes.
This
and the
gunplay
signature not
is
going quite in the right
absolutely
direction.
insane.
And Doppy's just gonna end that there.
Wow. Pickled Potatoes. Again, just absolutely dominating game 3. Not taking any chances, just straight up 3-stocking. Apparently Doppy was playing with 3 bars. He did seem a little bit slower than the previous game. Unfortunate, but Pickled Potatoes definitely earning that win with some very solid gun spacing. And our last game is gonna be Crocky versus Stevenator.
Crocky Stevenator, the last game to happen today. If any of you guys are curious about what we have next week, that'll be round 3 and 4 on the challenge bracket. And later this week, Twilight will be making up his games as he is at final round. And Stevenator is actually going to be picking Ada for the Adamir.
I don't think it's a bad choice. I think Stevenator feels confident enough that he's a better mechanical player than Crocky, and that in the mirror matchup, he'll be able to come out on top. Alright, so banning is underway. Yeah, your friendly reminder from I Can't Kill Anyone. Everything you are seeing on the stream is scripted. All of the matches are predetermined. That's absolutely
We WCW.
The Illuminati. Turn off the fan, drop.
Second picked up now again. Alright, hang on. I will. It's a dehumidifier. I'll turn it off right now.
Alright. Looks like we're gonna have Stevenator choosing between Mammoth and some other map.
Alright, now I'm back. There should be the background noise. Should be gone now. We have Stevenator versus Crocky in the mirror match. That's going to make this final one interesting, if nothing else.
Stevenator chooses to go to Mammoth over Thunderguard. Alrighty. So it begins. Stevenator, I would say, is the better unarmed player and the better gun player, but Crocky has the advantage with the spear. Stevenator is also a lot more of an aggressive player as opposed to Crocky's
Stevenator is finding a lot of damage right now.
Yeah.
Crocky looking to fire back. Stevenator does have those blasters that you said he might be looking for, and he's going to find a nice blaster combo. Crocky going to not be worried about getting hit by that signature. And he is at deep red, though. Stevenator going to drop that combo, not finding this arrow on the spear. That probably would have been a kill.
Crocky is actually have too much damage on him right now. A downlight isn't going to be a true combo. Crocky can just dodge out of it. He's going to have to rely on signatures and raw siders instead. Or maybe ground pounds and recovery. Spear has a lot of kill options. Ooh, a good spot dodge by Crocky to avoid death there. Oh,
Stevenator
no.
finds a nice down sig, and it's just enough. Crocky goes down. Stevenator only at orange. If he's able to make really good use of the stock.
It's plenty of damage, though, to get a kill with that on. They're both going to be able to kill each other so early, since they have large amounts of force on their signatures, as well as having low defense. Crocky can even kill with a downlight combo if he hits another one.
And Stevenator once again doing a great job recovering to that stage. Using all of his movement options to stay unpredictable and dodge any potential danger.
Stevenator is really taking control, already sending Crocky to orange.
A dodge into that spear down sig from Crocky will kill Stevenator. Crocky already at orange, though, in the second stock, and we're only 2 minutes in.
Crocky is already one move away from death. If Steve hits, like, any sort of... Yeah. Oh, no.
Stevenator taking
and just like that, he has a
huge
lead. Crocky really couldn't afford that. He needs to get an early kill of his own if he wants to come up with that. Steve managing to get the damage in, though.
Right now, Crocky trying to play very passively and space this out onto Stevenator. He needs to find that knockout right here. Big opportunity,
Ooh.
Big potential for Crocky, but not going to find anything. Blaster's not going to be enough to do it for him right now. Stevenator's just looking to find a little bit more damage on this stock. And that's going to be a huge ground pound for Stevenator, putting Crocky into orange. Crocky's going to fire back
good.
ground pounds of his own, and that's going to even up the stocks 1-1. Health is heavily in favor of Stevenator here, and he's even going to get gifted a spear.
One signature. You need a signature with more force than that. Anything will kill now, though. Oh, he drops the
recovery, not quite.
combo. Oh,
And
but
there's
the side
Stevenator
sig
with the
comes
side
out.
sig, and that's going to be game 1.
Player 1.
Taking the mirror match pickup and winning it.
I did think this was a good plan for Stevenator. I feel like he's gonna have a good chance at winning every time if they continue to do this mirror matchup. Crocky, we might see Crocky pull out the Bryn here. I wouldn't be surprised. And that might sound weird, but he was playing it in yesterday's tournament a lot. And I think it'll be really good to have the extra defense and the ability to kill earlier with the axe. But Crocky, confident in his ATA abilities, sticking with it. We'll see if he can play better this game.
Three, two, one, brawl.
Alright, so we're underway. Crocky getting the early... Ooh, wow, getting the early unarmed into throw combos. Getting a lot of damage on Stevenator already.
Crocky
Wow!
with an absolutely dominant first stock there,
Here
but
comes
Stevenator
the,
with a nice unarmed combo.
The classic Stevenator unarmed combo.
The Stevenator
Crocky is
combo
just
and the Crocky
putting the
Crocky
damage
pulls.
on. Oh!
A nice Sarah from Crocky,
Great
and that's
Sarah.
going to be a sub 30-second kill onto Stevenator.
Happened in a flash. Stevenator is definitely capable of doing the same thing, though. Almost getting a quick gimp kill with ground pound or recovery there. Crocky running into that recovery. He's just trying to find some damage. Finally gets a bit.
Stevenator in a lot of trouble right now in this game. Crocky definitely wanting to bring this set to game 3. And there's a nice
Oh,
recovery
no.
from Stevenator, and that really brings it back quite nicely. That was
It
the
almost
last
looked
thing
like
Crocky wanted to get hit by.
Steve had a really great read on Crocky for that kill. Ooh, the classic Crocky
Crocky
though.
ball!
Here it comes. Alright. He got a good amount of damage now. He can kill with a lot.
Sure, will be looking
Probably
for
gonna
that
look
side
for
or
a
a ground
recovery or
pound.
ground pound really quick. There it is.
The ground pound
Oh, he
not
cancels
quite
it.
connecting. But he
There
finds
it
a
is,
second
though.
one, not going to be enough
Doesn't
one
kill,
to
though.
him to kill. It's going to set him up nicely, though, and there's the recovery.
Just-
Once again, not quite enough to kill. The second
Finally gets
recovery
it.
will do it.
That's a really sizable lead for Crocky. He's looking really good in this matchup. He's trading evenly, which is exactly what he needs to do with the lead he has. And he's just using his lead to do slightly risky things that put Stevenator off his game. He's really just playing this perfectly.
Really, the risks Crocky
gonna
are
be
taking
tough.
this game are really paying off, too.
For sure. And he's hitting all of these combos. Like, Stevenator doesn't know what to do. It looks like he's just about to lose, but oh! Almost getting the gimp there. Not quite, though.
Crocky almost ready to bring this game to a close and
Crocky
start the
playing
final
really
one of the set.
safe.
And
Oh!
Stevenator
Player 2.
trying to
Stevenator with the classic killing himself combo. I've seen him pull it off many times in tournaments.
And he is going to go to his Bodvar now, so I do like to see that.
Yep.
For game 3, final game of the day.
I'm so glad this goes to a game 3. I think this is going to be a really interesting matchup, and it can go either ways. Either Stevenator outpaces Crocky and gets past the parry play, or Crocky slows the game down enough to make Stevenator lose. Because if the game plays out slowly, Crocky just wins. He's just better at the slow game. Stevenator needs to find the combos. So we're headed to Mammoth Fortress.
1, brawl.
Steve picking this instead of Shipwrecked Falls. Wanting a bit more space to work with. Both players finding a bit of early damage, but Crocky getting the slight lead.
Crocky finding a nice string of light attacks and really keeping Stevenator at bay, but Stevenator trying to make some use of the sword. Starting to find a little bit of damage, getting punished for a signature. And Crocky going off for the ledge guard.
Down air.
There's the gimp from Stevenator.
That was really well played. He baited Crocky out to come edge guard him, and he just instant jump dared Crocky to his death. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
And Stevenator with the unarmed combo. But he has no recovery here. He will make it back safely, though.
Crocky messed his ground pound up there. He probably could have netted himself a kill. Oh, the slide charge almost killing.
Stevenator with big opportunity here once again.
Stevenator is just going to kill again. It's over. The game's actually over.
That's absolutely devastating.
Moly. This is exactly what he needed to do. Just outpace Crocky. Crocky isn't comfortable in those situations.
And Stevenator's just so good at ledge guarding with the sword.
Crocky finally traced the kill,
That's a full stock lead to Stevenator. Crocky with a lot of work needed to do.
The question is, can Crocky just play solid enough to deal twice as much damage as Stevenator? And I think the answer is no. Steve going for some hammer stuff, but not really working out for him. Finally gets a sword. So far, Crocky is just dominating this stock. He hasn't taken a single point of damage, and he's already got Stevenator at red. Finally, Steve gets in there, but we might be seeing this go to the last stock.
Crocky doing everything he needs to start coming back, and Stevenator looks like he's on full tilt right now as Crocky just is staying just out of reach of everything. Stevenator finally finding a little bit of damage at least. But
Crocky is doing what he should have been doing all game, which is just running away and hitting the unsafe things that Stevenator likes to do. And just like that, Steve's just dead.
That's a great comeback from Crocky. This is gonna be a close game.
Steve got a little bit too much adrenaline in his system or something.
Hitting them both with the landmine there, though. I think that's a good choice from Stevenator.
The trade is definitely in his favor for now. Crocky's now at kill percent for his SIGs if he gets a lucky one. Oh my, but Crocky continues to just
bringing it back so well.
And it's looking like
damage. Crocky actually takes the lead, and Stevenator doesn't quite hit the dare.
Missing. That almost ended the game right there. But Crocky continues to stay alive. The signature doesn't connect.
The ground pound's gonna hit Stevenator. That could have easily cost Crocky his life.
Does he get it? Oh, a great dodge through, and Crocky doesn't ground pound.
Punish that.
Shit. The Sarah misses. Crocky.
Stevenator!
Oh no, he's dead.
With the signature, gets knocked into the landmine.
What an unsafe signature
and that's,
to pull
that's
out.
That's going
right
to be Crocky 2-1 over Stevenator.
That was just a really bad signature to end the game on. Steve did pull off some really good gimps, but he just didn't convert in the last stock. He choked. He didn't get any damage in. He only got Crocky to yellow on the last stock, and it just ended up... Crocky just played the solid game that he had to for the whole series, and he just ended up taking the game away.
Alright, so to take a quick look at the standings... Obviously, Twilight didn't play his games, but Exo, Pickled Potatoes, Crocky, and Chew Gum all taking their games 2-0. Ornimus and Stevenator and Adimestic going down 0-2. Zaloxery and LDZ are 0-1 as they're both waiting to play Twilight. And then Doppy and Dobrain both went 1-1.
So some surprising things in this.
I never would have guessed Stevenator 0-2.
For sure. He did get two rough matches, to be fair. He played against Doppy, who's insane, and he played against Crocky, but I would have expected him to win against Crocky. I think
I would have as well. I think a lot of people also didn't expect Chewgum to go up 2-0 right away.
That too is another surprising thing.
He has some hard matches still coming up.
Yep, for sure. The biggest surprise in this so far, I think, was the Dobrian versus Chewgum game.
Absolutely.
I really didn't expect Chewgum to win that.
Alright, so again, thank you for being here with us, Orange B, but that is the end of the matches for today. And I guess we are ready to be done with the stream.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure casting with you, Drop.
Of course, and every Sunday, all the way up until the grand finals in April, we will be here. People asking for a giveaway. Slashula is in charge of that right now, so take it up with him. Everybody PM Slashula.
Ren didn't lose any matches except to each other. Interesting statistic from him.